objective of our project was to provide opportunities for learning through physical literacy to the community group at Community Living Burlington. What we did is we decided that we were going to do some fundraising in order to obtain funds. We would then obtain equipment which we could take and leave as a legacy moving forward for community members to use in the future. The equipment that we chose to purchase was a product called Floor Curl. Floor Curl is an introductory program for individuals that want to learn about the game of curling. We were able to obtain this equipment through T-Lits Sports in Dundas, and I was personally able to negotiate a discounted rate that's given to teachers. What we did is we went and made a visit to the Started Right program and had 7 community members there, in which we presented them with the equipment. We instructed them as well as their supervisors how to use the equipment. We allowed them to participate in the games using the equipment, as well as teaching them proper form and how to throw the rocks properly. This was a huge success. Everybody was extremely grateful for the equipment, and they thought it was a very innovative idea. The director of community supports actually heard about the project, and she contacted me afterwards to ask if I would be willing to assist her in writing a story for their general annual report. This is going to be done in the next few weeks and published in their general annual report by mid-year. Overall, it was a huge success. Everybody learned a new game. They learned some new skills, and even more importantly, I think the supervisors learned of a new activities to which they can use moving forward in their programming. That we had lots of fun with the members. They all learned, and all in all, I believe that this was a huge success.
For our community change project, the gaps that will be addressed are the limited funding availabilities, the limited knowledge of how to deliver appropriate curriculum regarding physical activity, and the limited equipment and resources available at Community Living Burlington's Start It Right program. Our community change project fits directly with Community Living Burlington's mission statement. Their mission states, "The mission of Community Living Burlington is to enrich the quality of life and promote full and meaningful inclusion in our community of individuals who have developmental disabilities. Eliminating ableism and increasing the residents' dignity and self-worth is our motivation for this project."
Community Change Project, I raised money for Community Living Burlington. The way I raised money was I baked cupcakes, and then I brought those cupcakes into work and sold them on my break. During that time, I sold them to fellow staff members, and I was able to discuss the purpose of this project, how close to my heart this project is, because it just developed such a good outcome. I was also able to explain to them what their funds would be going towards and how they would be assisting and helping a community such as. And yeah, I ended up raising $70, and it was really fun because I was able to share my knowledge on this experience and open up people's eyes to see like the real problems outside of their lives and make them have a better understanding of how everyone's entitled to their own quality of life.
For my fundraising, I baked brownies and cookies, which I then sold at my church, accepting free will donations. I went up to the front of the church and spoke about my community change project, as well as my schooling and what I have accomplished so far. I gave them a brief description of the 2 placements I have been involved with, and one of them being Community Living Burlington, where we were fundraising for. While I was speaking in front of my church, I got emotional as these people have really impacted my life. After at coffee time, I was sitting at a table with my bags of cookies, a half a dozen in each bag, where I got an abundance of people come up to me and supported our community change fundraiser. I ended up raising $113, which then went to the program cookies.
So we fundraised together. We decided to sell cupcakes to the class. We spent a night making cupcakes, and then the next day we sold them to the class. And the class helped us fundraise $59 to Community Living Burlington, as well as
I work at Starbucks, and so I contacted my manager, who is very actively involved in the sporting community. Her sons are very involved with that. And she loved the idea of being able to bring Starbucks in to contribute and be part of this project. So with her help and on behalf of Starbucks, I was able to raise $80 through them. So in total, Ashley and I fundraised $139.
Reached out to my fellow coworkers and my manager at the chalet, and I basically just had like a quick meeting at lunch and explained to them like our group project, and they were happy to help and excited, which was awesome. And I was able to raise $75 in 1 day. That's good. Yeah.
In order to raise my share of the donations, I decided to create a flyer to hand out to my coworkers and the neighbors who lived on my street, while also spending a short amount of time to discuss the parameters of the project and the goals we wish to achieve once we raise our money. I was able to receive a few monetary donations from the brothers from the Good Shepherd community after providing a short 15-minute presentation in front of my coworkers on the basis of our project, while also giving a short introduction on the program, which was Community Living Burlington. I mainly discussed on the population that they serve and how they go about doing so. I also decided to go door to door for all the houses on my street and raised a portion of the money by handing out the flyers that I created. By the end, I was able to raise $140 for the project.
For my fundraising, I made Rice Krispies and I went door to door at my dorm and I raised $20 for my fundraising.
Funds were raised as follows. I raised $113 from baked goods at my church. Ashley and Kristy raised $80 from Starbucks and $59 from cupcake sale. Alisa raised $75 from Swiss Chalet. Rebecca raised $70 from baked goods. Stephen raised $140, and Alisha raised $20 from her Rice Krispies sale at her dorm. Overall, the total raised was $557, and the shortfall of $43 was covered by Paul out of the goodness of his heart after going to the store and finding the equipment needed at a discounted price.
Overall, our project was very successful. Our community partner, Community Living Burlington, really enjoyed what we did. We fundraised our goal. We hit all our targets. It was very successful. They loved what we did. The only thing that we could have done better was our communication. A lot of the time we worked in a chain network where one person said one thing and then moved on to the next one and hoped that everyone got all the information. Sometimes that did not work out well for us. Some people missed meetings. Stuff just didn't go. If we worked well as an all-wheel network where everyone talked to everybody, that would improve their communication. That was the only problem, was we were relying on the wrong channel, but overall our program was very successful, very cooperative, and everyone really enjoyed it.
Good.
We made a visit to a Starter Life program at Campus Point Bible Church. The adults with developmental disabilities were greeted by 4 group members. These members were Vanessa Johnston, Vanessa Delbarbara, Paul Robertson, and myself.
When we went to Campus Point Bible Church, we arrived and there was a group of individuals waiting to participate in our donation giving, as well as actually using the curling equipment and going through a demonstration of how to do it. And then we played multiple games in which we saw many, many smiling faces. And at this point, all of our hard work had paid off. And yeah, here's a few pictures to show the smiling faces that we changed and the community and how we changed it.
Everyone's in love with you. You say you don't, but you don't know what's true. Night comes in and you're alone. You won't be waiting by the phone. That's what I do, but someone still needs to carry you. Said your name you can't recall. You say you won't, but you don't always know. Walking home through empty streets, past the thoughts of you and me. Birds in my tree got something they ought to tell me. Tell me. Everything you do, little further you, yeah, and I know why.
You make me feel just like the luckiest guy alive. I never felt this way before, at most just once or twice. You're a wonderful person, you got right under my skin. That's why it's true, I'm in love with you, just you.